describe your upcoming season in 5 words.
Uh, Hopefully faster than last season.
Nice. Well, last season was pretty fast, wasn't it?
Outdoors or indoors?
I think indoors was faster, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I was referring to outdoor.
Oh. Next question. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, I don't know. Uh, don't have one.
Don't have one. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I expected. Caught me off guard for sure.
Okay, back to track. Do you have a pre-race ritual? Maybe the night before, the day of?
Not really. I like to not keep it too structured, or otherwise I get anxious if it changes from that routine. But I like to like visualize the race a couple of times, then kind of shut my mind off. But I don't really have like a core routine.
What did you do in Cali?
What did I do there?
Yeah, or like how did you get ready for your race there? What did you do there?
How to get ready? Well, I kind of just went into it with an open mind. I didn't have the season I hoped for leading up to it, so I was kind of just hoping I would like get a second wind and run a fast time. With how the season went, I was happy with it, but yeah, I kind of just like I was on like day one of the competition, and we just flew in like 2 days before, and like it was like a full travel day. So, how'd I get ready? I just tried to recover, sleep, ate a lot of food.
Did you
Yeah.
and so then you raced early on, so then after that what did you do?
Ooh, well, went to the track, watched a lot of races. I was in the 4x4 pool, so I would have gone straight into downtime after, but I was supposed to keep running for that. So just put a couple easy runs in there every day at the warm-up track, and then because the 4x4 was at the end of the meet. So yeah, a little bit of running, but mostly just like watching, having fun with some teammates on the roof.
On the roof?
Yeah, our hotel had like a really nice like roof with like couches and stuff, and yeah, you could see like the whole city. Spent a lot of time on the roof, morning yoga.
Oh, nice, nice. The year before you kind of saw Michael Roth, like your teammate,
Yeah,
go to Worlds, and then you went. What was that like? Like you kind of like experienced him go.
yeah. Well, the year he went, I was also trying to make that team, and I came like within a second of qualifying. So that was pretty tough, but I was really happy for Mike. Mike really worked hard and deserved it. So, it was nice. Obviously, I didn't get to go, but it was really nice that he got to go, and I was really happy for him. And then it was nice that a year later I got my chance at it. So
Yeah, yeah, I saw that you came really close, right? Yeah, but
I
you got a
did,
second.
yeah.
Well, like yeah, we made it this year, right? It's like a that's why it's U20. So you get two
Yeah,
years.
it was a little funny because like last year I came so close so many times. So like I was like devastated to not make it. And then this year was like I hit standard in indoors, so I qualified off that and then didn't hit it outdoors. So it was kind of like it didn't feel like real that I was going because I hadn't had any race recently that would have qualified me, whereas like the year before I was like so close so many times. So it was a little odd going this year when I felt like the year before I was like more in a position to make it, but I'll take it.
Um, Quinn wanted me to ask you this. What is it like trying to get New Balance spikes?
Difficult. Yeah. Well, I didn't really want to get New Balance. Well, I'm definitely a New Balance person, so I want New Balance spikes. And the super spikes that New Balance only has the ones without removable pins, which really bothers me. Because I think that's like wasteful of a shoe to like once the pins are worn, you're done with it. Um, So yeah, it's a pain to get New Balance Super Spikes, but I'm just stick with my regular New Balance spikes until a good opportunity comes up to get some new ones.
You haven't thought of switching over to the Nike ones?
Um, yeah, but I've never really worn Nike and I've had like a lot of foot problems in the past, and New Balance has been like always a good shoe for me. And yeah, so I'd rather just stick with New Balance.
Okay. Um, what's your like you do middle distance, and middle distance is kind of like a I don't know, no one really talks about it. Like, sprinters are like, oh, we go do block starts, right? And then
Yeah.
distance runners they kind of just go and they run nonstop. But middle distance is like a weird medium where no one really knows
Combination,
what to do.
yeah.
So what's your like weekly mileage like? What's your training like? What do you expect in a week?
Um, hmm. Mileage right now is probably like around 60K a week, but I do some of that cross training and it'll get lower when the big meets come around, but yeah, mostly in the 50s, 60s right now. Um like my workouts, I have some longer ones, obviously. Um like long distance workouts. And then once we get more into the competition season, I get like a lot more speed stuff. I definitely on my team at Western, my like easy runs and long runs are like way shorter than everyone's. That's the way I like it anyway. So yeah, I get a lot less mileage than the long distance runners through that. I'm kind of like at Western, there's like a big long distance group and then like a big long sprints group, and then I'm kind of just like in the middle. So
So you kind of run one a bit with each group?
yeah, I will be more like I've been so far this year with long distance because I did cross country and then I train long distance until the new year. So I just have had like one mid distance workout. And then I'll be like with long sprints once a week too.
Oh, that's that's rough. As a middle distance runner, I know like I don't like running far that much.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
You're on the 4x8 going to U Sports. What was the energy like there? And then being there for an individual event and being there for relay is a very different thing. Like the energy is completely different since you're running for a team, like for
Yeah.
three other people. So what's the energy like there?
Hmm. Uh, you mean like this year or last year? What it was
Uh,
like?
like
Or
2021.
okay, yeah. Well, it's kind of for me, it was just like a lot of races, like at OU's and U Sports. I raced 4 times. So the 600, the 1K, the 4x8, and the 4x4. So the relays are nice, like for individual events would be a lot. So the relays are nice to like have a team, um, not just be by yourself. What was nice at U Sports too is that like I had the 600 and the 1K first, and then I was one spot off making the 600 final. So then the only things I had after was the 4x8 and the 4x4, which is kind of nice because I got to focus on those because I tend to focus more on like the individual events. I just find them like more nerve-wracking than a relay. So then like once those were done, I could kind of just focus on the relay, and then we won the 4x8. So that was really cool. I think yeah, it was an upset for sure. We were second at OU's and we were second to Guelph like all year. Yeah, and then just pulled out a win when it counted. So, I think the whole team was just like we were like ready for that relay. I wouldn't say I knew we had a chance to win, but I didn't expect to win. But it was nice for sure.
And you ran that with Sophie and Chloe, who
Yeah.
also ran the CTFL. What is it like competing against your training partners in the CTFL?
Um, I mean, it's kind of like I raced against them like in high school a lot, and now we're on the same team. We live together. Um, so like yeah, it wasn't much different racing them in the summer than like I raced them indoor season, and I'll race them sometimes this indoor season. So uh yeah, it's nice to have teammates in your race too, because at least if they beat you, then like you're happy for the people that beat you.
Yeah, yeah. It's not. It makes it not as bad losing to someone you know and you're friends with.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you can like all be happy for each other, then it's a good time.
In the CTFL again, have you thought of maybe switching events, like to the 4 or 15? Like your 4 from a couple years ago is pretty fast. Are you trying to double in the 800?
The 800 for sure. The eight's definitely my event. Um, I was always like an 815 runner in high school, and then I dabbled in the four a bit. I thought it was fun. But 800 is definitely my strongest event, so I'll stick with that.
Okay. And kind of going back to Cali, like the pressure there, how'd you kind of deal with it? I guess aside from the yoga on the roof, but
That was after the race.
okay.
Um, I kind of didn't put a lot of pressure on myself. I tend to be more nervous for the races that I'm like expected to have a big outcome. Like I was really nervous at like nationals because I was like ranked second. So I was like, I need to get top two. Like um I kind of like put a lot of pressure on myself to be top two because I was ranked that going in. But going to worlds, I was like, well, this is a new field. Like I'm not supposed to do anything big. So like let's just see what I can do. So that just like takes a big weight off, and often just produces better times anyway, just like not being afraid when you run, like just it was kind of, yeah, like I said, it wasn't like a great season, so I just wanted to like leave it all out there, and whatever happened, I would be happy with that.
Okay, yeah, just being in Cali, just being there was kind of like a bonus.
Yeah, it was such a fun trip, but I was really, really happy that I still made the team when uh it had kind of been a bit of a tough summer racing wise. So uh yeah, I was just really happy to be there. Just yeah.
Um, a lot of like high school athletes, they're currently like applying to university and they're maybe they're questioning like what school they should go to. Of course, Western's a great school, but like what advice would you give to people looking for what school they should go to run?
Yeah. Well, definitely you should do like just what feels right. I mean, like I talked to a lot of schools in the States and I was kind of on the fence for a while. Obviously I was in COVID year too that I graduated, so it was like I didn't get any visits or anything. So it was kind of hard for me to like just go somewhere without ever having seen the school. But it just like felt right for me to stay here. I know like in the States it's like a big thing. You get to like compete in the NCAA and stuff, but like U Sports is like really growing and there's like good competition here. And I was just thought like long term, um, like a lot of like female really successful track athletes, especially distance, have like gone to school in Canada. And so I didn't want to base it on um like going, I didn't want to just go to a big name school just because I could. So yeah, just Western just felt right for me. So yeah, just do what feels right.
Okay. And how do you balance school and track?
Ooh, good question. Still working on that. Um, you definitely have to just like make time for yourself too. Like I think in first year was definitely a big adjustment. And I was trying to like in high school, I would always do like every homework problem and everything. And then um I was like definitely like a perfectionist. And then I kind of had to like let that go a bit in university. Like if I don't finish this homework, that's okay. Like I need sleep over that. I kind of sleep deprived myself in first term and first year. Um, and then I learned it just works better to just go to bed sometimes. So yeah, just have to put yourself first sometimes.
Hmm. That's some good advice. That's not usually advice people give for school. Okay.
Well, for someone who always like, I don't know, it might be different for someone who's like not motivated to like get everything done, but for someone who like always did extra, it was kind of like had to take it down a notch.
Yeah. Sleep is definitely really important,
Mhm.
especially as an athlete. Especially as an
Oh
athlete.
yeah.
This season, do you have any big meets coming up? Any big plans?
This indoor season, I think we have like regular meets like Windsor, Western. Um, we're going to Boston, which is a good one. That's always a good meet. I mean, I've only been once, but that's where I hit world standards. So excited to go back. I think we've got one in Michigan, and then like OUs and U Sports. So should be good season.
Are you going to the Valentine meet in
Yes.
Boston? That's funny. I was talking to Dominic Baresi last night,
Uh-huh.
uh, and he's also going there. And I was
Oh,
like, no
okay.
way, I'm also going there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one.
It's a fast track, best track, indoor track in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
And outdoors, are you like planning on do you want to make any teams?
I don't know what teams there all are this year. I believe there's a U23 NACAC team. So that would be a good one to go for. It's kind of hard, like first year out of U20, you're kind of just like in the big world now. But yeah, we'll see what comes. U23 is a good opportunity probably for me. So